Hello, hello. Welcome to this moment once again. It's 2:20 p.m. in UK. Um, Here right now, this timeline, at the same time around the world. Other times, we're driving through the timelines of the multiverse, taking speed with this hard drive, high frequency, high fidelity. The more people you know, and then you are more loyal. How come? How come that's loyal? You should be only loyal to me and my people. We've been having those conversations in the multiverse for 20 years. Welcome to the underworld of the multiverse. For those who have entered the underworld in the multiverse, you get to travel throughout all the realms. That's one of the portals. It takes a lot of imagination if you have to enter through a portal that's a necklace that has some magic. You make it up. You just make it up. You know, the more bullshit you have from storytelling that you believe, the more you will just get into making your own stories as well. I mean, aren't we all born innocent and playful? That's what Jesus said. You want to enter the kingdom of God, you got to enter through me as a child. Well, but if you want to stay there, that's what happens. You can have a glimpse of it, create your own garden, but when you start to really get to see beyond that which you conceive as your paradise, with your own, you want to stay on heaven and earth, you must enter through me as a representative, of course. Not that, Of course, I can speak in first person as God if you wish, but welcome to the multiverse and do it yourself. You have many verses yet to be explored and to create as well. Then we can talk in the same language. And for that, you better be in character. Each god has its realm, and there are some gods that are in all the realms. Most of them come from an ancient hierarchy that's based in nature. Now you have earthly nature and then you have spatial nature. So when you come to see the Genesis or the beginning of and the end, you always end up with these characters as well. And you're like, okay, from start to the end. So there seems to be a pattern that we all die. We all die in this planet, so we have that affinity. You gotta see an affinity, yeah. It can be the all the verses have sex to procreate, of course, just for that, and based on the religion or cult or storyline. Some don't have Christian character traits. That's why they can't cross over. They can't let it go. You will see through all the characters. There are some character traits we might not have from the Middle East. We have to go there on a cast to get them. But that's part of your own creativity and admiration to enter another birth and learn. Perhaps you are undercover character. It takes a lot of trust to build trust among so many trustees. Don't think it's just like, yes, it looks freaky. It is freaky. Like the fish. of the river Styx. But I used to do the jokes. I used to do jokes about the fish of the river Styx. Some, I mean, I would just do research 7 hours just to really get a good picture. And there would be just funny animals underwater. The an artist that would create you know funny funny creatures as well. Um, it has much to do with the Neptunian waters of the underworld, which Styx has from Greek mythology 10% of all the water that are from on different mythologies, depending on the dynasty and the era of the institutions who were in power, from Greece, Egypt, to the Roman Empire, and so on so far, to the Nordic gods, the cross of Jesus. But Jesus was not about the cross, all right? The ones who crucified made the business to put him on a cross so people venerate him. It's a double. Uh, you must understand the Jews came from being slaves, so they learn. So like the you really got to see how all the scriptures came together thanks to the administration of the Jews who were able to keep these scriptures so they were not burned. Yeah. What happened if they burn all the scriptures and in 500 years people think that everything was made up in United States of America? Yeah, created the meaning, and it will not be the meaning of go and check it out, Melanie. Check out the meaning of glamour, what it means from the Latin, and what you will find in artificial intelligence in the dictionary. In the dictionary of your Macintosh right now. Go on, get all your linguistics from Greece to Italy to France to Spain for the meaning of glamour, how they've changed the meaning, and get all those words straight. All right, so we can multiply. I didn't want to put this week for Anchor, which is Anchor is sort of like stuck, stick with it, hook her up, hook her up. Well, synonymous for Anchor, Anchor, suck it up. What else? Anchor to rooting. I was putting my sunflowers on the earth today, last night. I'm watering them today. So I was, oh, okay, that's Anchor. They're gonna, they're stationed there unless the queen comes or Philip and takes it out and puts it on a line on the long walk, the royal path. They call it the Royal Mile here in Windsor. It's not to put the trees a line, and the queen would just easily just put trees like they are, little plants. Oh, we'll take it somewhere. Queen Camilla is more into books. Charles into nature. Um, that's something to continue on this cast. But this is our generation, which is we're role players. We're role players. Universal love requires loyalty to that's beyond understanding. So once you cross over madness, I mean, not everyone, but at least one can do on behalf of the wall. Not that you want everyone going mad, but you can go mad in certain places. If just really, I mean, I don't know what political party would say or class that you really want to be having digital ID. It's like, excuse me, I cannot go anywhere I want now. Now all will be digitalized. Put it's just I gotta put a mask and just go places, create tunnels so you appear from somewhere else behind a tree. Keep walking, and you will have to know everything to create your freedom because you want to as well have fun in real life. Yeah, like when you're young, when I know places. I want to teach my daughter, who's 17, to, create different accounts, not with her legal name, and to, when she goes to university, to have her second name. So, in case somebody talks about her, only her best friends would know her name. So she just enters the university as herself, and that which is you continues to be a witness, not by judgment of people or what people might think of the past, but for whom she is. She's defined for this present moment. And in fantasy worlds as well, you might dress up as many characters and get to relate through the. You can see when people lack multiversity, they want to just, it's sad. It's sad. You can see the lower level of creativity and trust in others too. Because we play with so many people. It's so much fun to see how people evolve because they want to play. And you never tell the people, yeah, of course there are people screaming out of character and just getting all banter and going random and today blah, 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 and just all the and you always wonder why I'm not creative. So it just start being creative with the also with that as well, and with all the characters within against. And the most beautiful of all is what you do for love. When you respond to your friends, when you respond, when you have a deep connection throughout all the storylines, when you have experience from their stories that they reply to you in a group as well. We are firmly defined to not share anything, so more of what's been worked is not stolen. As I'm just here initially for that. I got to ask for some old role players to come back and just bring the fight on, not just from Dungeons and Dragons, but the other verses as well. This was the first generation of virtual reality, and it's been on pause because sending the rules of roleplay is not what you find in the books from playing in a in the board tabletop board. It has nothing to do with that. With being creating maps and maps among maps, and to follow storyline, you have to be based on the reality of that fantasy realm. It was very nice watching Ursula talk for Europe on the energy fields of Europe with the dimension we are at, because she's referring to green energy and the power they generate. It was just quite modern and cool as an European, of course. Um, all my blood is European, but I'm born in Venezuela, and my mother has four generations of. She says she's the fourth generation of Argentinian, and I feel quite defined as South American as well. I might be talking a lot here, so and I might just change my opinion and go to buy water. I wanted to tell you that from the from the wear corners of my heart, where there is not much pumping blood. If you are Ursula listening to this, somewhere in the corridors of power, listen, listen, listen. Don't worry, I'm not gonna insult you. We'll kind of laugh about our hairs, uh, you know. But it's beautiful haircut, as no other woman, no other man. It's compelling. Compelling is gonna be a word for the next month. And anchor. That's right. You like anchor? Let's bring anchor. Compelling. If you like a word, tell me I like this word because of the meaning of this and that, and we will all work with that word. It's not that my say is it is compelling of mine as well. For June, because multiplying is we have not created divisions and oppositions because we are multiplying around the world. Doesn't matter if Trump or Bill Gates wants to put all the tech dudes against the world or convince Xiping that Europe is against us because we have the high tech and they want to regulate us. But they know they're not there. They're not it. So, they're already saying they are that Russia, US, and China are the most powerful figures of the world. I'm like, oh, excuse me, you're stealing everything. We could just build a database and, you know, have you on the records of history for the longest international trial on thievery of data and genius ideas from the underworlds of roleplay. You won't want a Titanic war, dude. Dude, that was good. That, from a journalist who was saying the tech dudes, come on over. I guess there's other people sharing the word of the week with their tech dudes, tech bro. Hey, after who united them? That you say 2025 is the corner in history. 20 and they go there goes giving an award for Donald Trump from the Apple company with the 2025 to invest in the US. Tim Cook, you if you go back and see the face of when all the tech titans were together, and if you see Mark Zuckerberg, he I can tell by the way he was situating himself, like they want to take from us, like that's the narrative they have behind the scenes. They want to take from us, so we're protecting each other together. I'm not a witch or downloading anything. I'm just following this CIA YouTube created by artificial intelligence animation and artificial intelligence voice. I say this the CIA because MI6 would not do that to its people or to people around the world. They have each intelligence from each nation has its style, all right? It has its own pattern. And USA just dream to manipulate people. So I'm really like, okay, I'm gonna follow you, but it's not that you're gonna manipulate me. I'm a role player. I'm role playing with you. Come on, pass me the ball. Pass me the ball. Catch the ball. Take the ball. So, oh God. Oh, my arm hurts. Oh God. Just I have my nerve system on my arms. I'm gonna have to ask other role players to catch the ball. Just movements. Going through detox. So before talking to the air, the ether of the world, I'm doing my own detox about what is catching the ball. I'm here introducing you to the world of role play. You won't have any medals because they're manipulating my mind. I'm one of the most wanted role players from all the multiverses. People have copied our multiverse and tried to make their multiverse by wanting to take people. So each people have their own characters. And the formula is also a form of consciousness. When we're so creative, we don't need to hack or steal. When OpenAI came, because they're all hackers, so we share our creativity. I've been hacked from 26. A best person would say I've been hacked, but I don't hack in a certain case scenario because you don't want to show your connections. So you just rather remain connected for that only. It's been 5 years, so you have ways so you can be hacked without being on a hacker position. There are many ways where you can be hacked and you just if we how we send carnage. We do not crumble bread, right? Role players don't do the crumble bread. Those are indignant for pedophiles and all these sects of we are another generation. Nothing to do with that. We just send carnage itself. We're blank, honest, and we say, hey, I come from the multiverse, and we have this problem now, and that's it. You wanna help me? Of course they're not gonna help you, but I'm gonna fuck you as hell. So you just gotta just open your eyes there and just keep the narrative so you get more supporters to understand what the virtual reality is about the multiverse and how important it is for all the world to have their characters from their national libraries and the characters that are registered for each multiverse because each character is unique and cannot be copied. The moment people want to copy and create drama behind the scenes to take role players, the tissue of reality breaks. And that's the worst that can happen when you're building reality. Even when it's virtual reality, is seemingly the same rules for the real world. You just simply keep with your life. Yeah. But you're hurting many players that have been creating realities with these characters. So it escalates to a toxic environment where none get benefit from, and in the short term both start role playing. So you still have alive the best role players of all times, and we just used to do it for fun. Yeah, we just used to do it for fun until it was sent to Bill Gates 500 grams of paper explaining the problem and part of the formula, and that's where they got meta with the symbol on infinity. But meta was meant to be called the multiverse. They're still welcome with the world, right? So I am not playing an offensive strategy here. I am welcoming you to a new system as well. You're still wanting to create through influencers political powers to put this person or the other. To Tucker and Candace Owen especially, to bring down how the old system is, but it will start again to fight back in order to protect itself on a defense, right? This is a new system, totally. All right, this is a new system. They could only be supported if a higher organization supports them politically. I know the outcome of my father as a journalist of investigation or a reporter, okay? He has risked his life and been in jail by reporting with evidence, been in jail for things he did not do, but for that purpose, um, been always afraid of being killed by so many people he has brought down from government, being corrupted in Venezuela. And he had a great love for Venezuela and the Spanities. That's why my name is Patricia, or the patrimony of our nation as, a patriot. Not to hate other people that are from other classes or other outcomes or other, whatever other, because initially is from God, pater, gods. So the matriarchy is the same. The patriarchy, it just doesn't matter woman or man, in the sense of serving what God has given us, because we had so much. We had so much. We had so much. It's like you have to deliver to get it out of your system. You cannot just go on forever with consumption. So, well, we started the year with the vibe of complete. And there are many vibes. As we will finish May without a transition, just put yourself as if you're in the multiverse, all right? And you have studied this already for many years, but suddenly you just start role playing. Nobody's going to give you a book or a manual. You just got all your creativity to roll and play. Yeah, and create from all the resources of creativity as we're building it together. So you see at the same time, in the frame time of the scenario that you will find on each movie you have watched, there is this time, space, movement. There is a time, space, movement on that scenario and a sequence. Right? You can see that at the same time. You can see it step by step, but that's all in the frame. You will see the space and the time and the movement. All right. It can be random, it can be unconscious, or it can be uh, suggestively compelled to be driven into understanding there's possibility we can come out of this scenario to this other scenario for this, which is might be new, is welcoming you to do so. And that's what we do throughout many, many, many role plays, so many storylines. So many storylines coming in and out and popping in and out. And when you really love to play, we love to just transform the story through 3 days. Well, maybe you do 3, 4 storylines per day, big storylines, right? Would you have liner, paragraph, and novella? There's multi-paragraph, which means that you are in many places at the same time. I have fought many times that you cannot be a role player if you're many times at the same time because it breaks the narrative of everyone involved. But mainly those people are for sex in the private, the multi-para. Yeah, and they're not just gonna bring a relationship into the storyline only if you administrate a lot of characters for this person. I wrote into Bill Gates and Melinda Gates. It was sent to both, but I wanted to see how both related as man and woman because it was sent to both. The letter was sent just to Bill Gates, respecting the Bill Gates is a creator of his work and has more hierarchy, and there is a wife as well. So there was a pattern there that we need to break this pattern of women creating so many. I found this pattern as well because women come from serving men and then they become very jealous, creating many characters. So the role player is hostage under this woman's character to only role play with her, no matter on what verse they are. For some reason, not just as a hacker, you know that person is that person and behind that character. There is a metaphysical psychic recognition from playing so much. You can flavor the soul. You can sort of like, you've been so many years together writing stories, interrelating through so many drafts, so many people, so much art, so much laughter, um, and wars and confrontations. I'm good for confrontations, of course. Some are good just to send letters and just stay there. Just stay there. To fight. Just represent. Not all women are built for confrontation, but we need all sort of women. We need all sort of men. Is normal. You can create all those sorts of characters as well. I really want to talk about compelling. So yeah, I will create anchor, maybe anchor for the scenario, and then on May. So we have anchor, and we talk about all the synonyms of anchor as a scenario that we have already landed and is rooted. And starting on June with the vibe of that, with this continuing scenario, because these are like two scenarios without a transition. So you tell me, I can tell you a lot of experience from moving throughout scenarios as a writer, a script writer, and role player. Some of us are. We are introducing you and welcoming you to this world, not to steal from us. We have created a lot of generosity, but if you want to put the world against us to steal thieving, this is not big fish, it's small fish. And my country is free, Venezuela. All right? I can stick that 51 up your ass on the year 250 of your independence. So you will remember on from 2025 and 2026 in the name of the rubber sticks. But I like you. I like you. I like you. Normally it's Pan. Pan is the hand that beats you up and then plays the flute and calms you down and soothes you. Oh yes, oh yeah, you suffered so much. Yes. And it was so. That's why it's been dropped like the demon. A demon. Pan, the goat. All right. Dante's comedy was passed from a story from the Arabs, translated from the Spanish. and later on to from Spanish to French, and so on to Latin initially. On the year of the translation, Dante Alighieri created Dante's Comedy. Well, it had the mapping of the ring, and it's from the creation of Dante Alighieri. As we bring you an extension of creations from all around the world that we honor. And whom are better than kings of the world and princes to do so? It's hard to tell this to Ursula on a political level for the children. I want you to know that you can create houses where women can live together and work together while taking care of their children. There is nothing more traumatic than sending children to daycare. I would send you to jail with your politicians. As a baby, a toddler, a 5-year-old. A child should be with their mothers and family until they are 7. There is no child that needs to socialize. Children don't know how to socialize. Then we all grow up as avoidant. I lie when I say I'm a codependent. Fuck off. That I'm not a codependent. It's just something to get away with it. It's like, yeah, I've learned to be educated and relate, but if you have a problem, I'm like, well, you have the solution, you take it or you don't. But I don't go. I'm going to codependency. I grew up joking like those people were disgusting. The codependent, the let's just say the high class in the ashram of India, or they go the codependent, or like a low class wannabe, sucking the energy. They are like you're walking with these these bombs that can explode around you. You step on it because you're not doing what they want. So they're codependent, but at the same time they will kill you because they have not found themselves yet. They're still, and you will see that when you see the human design. They have not realized the self yet. So borderlines are codependent. Some empaths are codependent. They're not really empaths. I don't believe in people that are empaths because they have an inner darkness that's unexplored. And I'm telling you this from people that have studied psychology and therapy and psychiatry in India and done heavy core meditations, doing dark, dark, dark. From the mystery school to the Jews from Hollywood, the producers. And hey, I wish there were more Black people than Arabs, but are they interested in seeking insight? Christians, of course. Hippie rich and misfits from society. Just want to dance, celebrate, work for free, and meditate, look within. Because you will catch that in the present time. And that's what it rewires with your consciousness. Your consciousness is bringing space to that which has been repressed in the unconscious while you're role playing it in the present. So this is why I call priests that besides we go to confession and go on our knees and have a reflection to and confess to God to have his blessings as well, to also feel welcome to role play to in the spiritual realms. I need the priests, the nuns, the monks, the Buddhists, and the Sufis. You can welcome more, of course. That's all I ask. Yeah. Jews, Well, they can play angels and demons. They like it. Or just pray to the wall, because they're not gonna go to role play. Yeah, because they're stuck in character. Unless, they're good comedians, the Jews. Good comedians. Good. They're they taught me a lot. They taught me a lot in India as well. I was called a Jew the other day. I was just reporting to the police what I have recorded. I was a good citizen. I mean, I have misbehaved as well. But you don't hurt people. You don't just go and cut people's faces. Or an immigrant from Africa suffers so much. It's nearly going crazy right now. And where's the compassion and assistance to treat this? Yeah. No matter if the emergency comes and takes care, or if there's a police report, who can calm down a person that's struggling so much? But the Pakistani called me a Jew. And I was like, I thought he called a Jew the other lady. She later told me, no, he called you a Jew. And I was like, oh, because I'm filming? I'm like, okay, that one, that one, that one political now to the wars. So people locate you there, right? I'm like, okay, let's see who wins, who loses. I was sort of like explaining to the police. Well, it's not that I'm really in my right mind to have good judgment, because my perception, the guy from India, Pakistan, later I knew he was from Pakistan, but I don't know. That's what the other one said. Well, what does the guy from Somalia know? He told me he was from Somalia, but he's an immigrant. What do you know? Um, I was homeless, so I go to the homeless projects. That's where I get my food, vegetables. See, my people are my second family, or my first family, my only family right now. My family seems like a fantasy. Hopefully, comes to reality as soon as possible, with a miracle. But I said to the police, yeah, the guy stole his watch, and it's illegal to steal his watch, not his phone. That's why the other one pushed him, and then he went and cut him. And of course, it's an offense to cut somebody. But what worried me is that the person that's been so hurt said, I'm going to kill him. So rationally, for me, the other guy's doing it because of the addiction, and it pushed him. It was pushed, and it cut his face 2 times in response. But for me, it's more worrying. The guy from Somalia can just go on and just kill innocent people, because he's coming from very hard situations. And we have so many news from immigrants just going out to kill people. Because of course, anyone can go lose it. Yeah, under all these situations. And then you don't feel accepted, because you're not coming in a great state of mind. You're not coming to be accepted in a legal way. And you gotta bring people that are prepared to work, and they don't feel rejected. You gotta take care of people that want their tools and their works to make their dreams in their countries. That's the only way we can make it with the universal coin. These people don't suffer. Today was shouting. Nobody could calm him down. So I couldn't calm him down. There's no words to calm him down. He wanted to help the other guy from Africa, but I translated to him, he was insulting you, but actually he's worried for you so you don't get deported. And but he's in a bad mental state, so that's why he said it in a very bad way. But he's also suffering for himself, so but that's what he meant. So I want you to stay positive. and we all love everyone. And don't believe what he said. People don't hate Africans because he was naming all the people from India, from Afghanistan, that everyone is supported because from the Caribbean. He's like, well, what? So everyone would say they don't support them. I've talked with many. No, they don't support me because I'm not from Africa. No, because I am from Trinidad Tobago. What is it? British from the Commonwealth. So yeah, but they help people who come as refugees from countries in crisis and war. And Kimilio. So is this the way to treat people? You have so many ways to bring people and help them. You can multiply cities from around the world where they can have their own rights with the universal con right now. Bing, synchronize. But no, you want to just shovel your dick and say, I have 15 inch. No, I have 7 inch. Look at this is fat. My fat fuck. Fat fuck dick. My dick it's shit. Oh fuck you, I wanna fuck you. Oh, I got all the dicks with me now. Yeah, fuck it. Now suck it up. I'm like, excuse me? No, no. No. Let's not talk too much about dick, but you know what I mean, right? Just put it on perspective on a holy phallic pillar where palace comes from as well. I used to make a lot of I would honor Pallas as a phallic entity. So it's a tantric form of honoring the organ of Shiva as a god as well. Pallas, which is god phallus, and create monuments of all sorts and all the pillars. And you also have the the cupola, that's the female. So, but it's the feminine. It used to be the feminine honoring gods. They were the owners of the high priestess of politics, and men owned the military. So they play different roles of politics. Women were virgins to be pure and not being sucked their energy from the ordinary life because it takes a lot of then people need you because of this and that. If you are devoted to the divine, that's what you would inspire people to do better. So they will create their own way of talking, their own ceremonies, their own dances with wax and dancing to the gods 8 hours until they would get in trance. So there was all a mystagoga. You call it a mystagoga from the mystics, a mystery. So if you like to play with the mysteries, don't say everything. Yeah, you don't have to know it all. That's the mystery of paradise. When you want to take the apple and go after information and fight for information to know more, you will just go down to hell again and again and again, wanting to reach and own paradise. So I welcome you to consider this in the month of May. Today is the Friday, it's the 22nd of May. I let it sink in. Don't compare yourself with me in this healing multiplication. We just think about it. You just ask all your people, how many sports do you play? All right. So you gotta really think about it. Oh, this person's never played sport in his life. Maybe he ran in school. They had two days of sport Maybe they never had sports, so they don't know how to role play. Have they been in the military? There's a lot of sports there. The veterans are the best role players for that. You look at women, how many generations of working women they had outside the house. So you can tell a role player is a woman. It's a woman because of all this thing, and you can tell from what level of independence and flowing capacity to harness and take care of the board or the other type of leader who is in the face of some storylines. You have two leaders, one that is undercover leader and in displaying how the whole board is in that verse without telling what to do. He knows you never talk like people do because you're just there for the game. All the play runs in the lights. That's how the storyline goes. You're not gonna just lose your energy and go sipping or trying to copy someone's character because it's so good. So you're gonna get their storylines and role player, and then they start hacking because they don't have enough imagination to hook it up. Anchor. Well, I'm still waiting to see if it's really considered for the libraries from around the world. And there is being considered Europe as well, Africa, South America. Well, Australia's a continent, but it's a bit small to be a continent, but it's there a piece of land of its own. Oh, well, the Middle East is considered because it's just right there in the middle of these three. Hmm? More to India, China, with Pakistan, just a little bit of all these stories blended together. There are different cultures blended around the Middle East and the north of Africa. And you have also futuristic science fiction storylines. When children are growing up with their mothers and have this unconditional love, where there is no traumas from people that are around in crisis, when women are free, when women are powerful because they're supported. My mother was a powerful woman, but she knew how to be well supported, not just by my father, but by many businessmen that were Jew and respect her as well. So I was admiring her all the time. I didn't want to be like her. She would teach me to be like her, but I would be like, yeah, and like, it's good for you. It's good for you. You do you. I'll never be like you. My mother would say, you have to be the best so people believe in you. You can see her in all her pictures. Like the best, best. She would talk like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You just think of yourself, and so people invest in you. Um, so you are the best for me. You are my mother. And I love the material world, of course, that my mother provided me. And her influence, her beauty. She's still beautiful to me, always. this was just something of her generation that was for me bringing to me in the name of freedom to love yourself. Yet I really knew that she didn't really understand who she was. She could not remember or have the. But she provided everything for me to remember. My father. And I would tell her she will always believe in me because I was her daughter. But I never wanted to make people think that I am superior because that's a made up. You're making that up. And I could see how people would want to manipulate her to take money from her, to just be near her. There was a lot of parties in my mother's house where my father lived as well. And I want you to know that it doesn't have to always work that way. You can lose all your time doing marketing and convincing people. In another timeline, it doesn't work like this. You wasted all your life as a consumer for other people to consume through what you make believe that's to consume. But of course, you're still playing on that. It was it was the breaking through to all the liberation of women, liberation of sex, liberation of speech. One thing is that it's been written, another thing that's exercise. So it takes a lot of generations. The black man liberation as well, with the Black Panthers. You have a lot of liberations. At the same time, it's recognizing who you are and the other. So there were many men who supported female liberation. I learned that from my mother. She knew how to be supported as well, but they felt very proud next to her as well because she was a good representative, very beautiful and engaging, fun to be with, supportive. And as leaders do, she has the trait of always knowing what is best. That's what a leader to the people does. And then there is a spiritual leader that's more from the inside of the soul of the people. It needs the outer leader that works with the cover and what's best. And is more centric. The spiritual leader is more expansive. So both are together in the polarities of the channel in the human design of leadership. This is what you will always find kings with their, their spiritual friend. Is a metaphysical quantum energy of polarities. Sometimes I think we've been one for 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 always, and when we just come to this world, which is when we die, we understand, but we're still so primitive to learn again and again what is this planet Earth about, learning to understand one another, express, and there is just a beautiful friendship. What can I tell you? That you have many polarities within many people as well, throughout the verses and the multiverses. You go on and experience that as well. You become a leader for the people, you become a leader, if not through many lives, through many verses. It doesn't matter. You can understand as you get going. What are you here for? Are you just for yourself? Then do so. Keep your people together for that. I wouldn't really support war and the killing of people. I wouldn't support greedy people that just want to take them. There is a balance to things, right? Um, the extremists hating empathy because they will belong. So there are ways to allow people to have their tools and be respected. There are ways to have therapy and go look within, or not feel excluded from society, but at the same time not suck from society, or not have a victim car all the time because everything that has happened, you will see that without telling people what to do. Not everyone can go and play in the multiverse. And I would love to tell Mark Zuckerberg why and Bill Gates. I would love they honor Prince William for his patience and elegance. To help you on this journey to unite the world with the tech map. So you help Europe as well to help their technological data, Africa, South America, Russia, as Tim Cook has done with their devices to have it under their own. Perhaps Russia wants it from China. China got it probably hacking from Silicon Valley. And they all hack each other anyways. It is okay when we're hacked in the multiverse because it used to be just the few of us, just dozens of people, a few hundreds started from different platforms throughout Yahoo groups and then MySpace and then another platform. Women can work together and take care of the children. Yeah, and they should have people that live around that can protect them because there are this man that want to leave from the state but don't want to work, become pimps to women. So women biologically have uh, a pull to take care of the children and the father to protect the family, and this is unconscious. Throughout many generations, woman has sacrificed herself to keep the family together for survival. Woman has suffered throughout centuries and millenniums, being stepped down, being shortened. So men take advantage, and most of it has become a reasons of abuse. But at the end, abuse doesn't generate a beautiful outcome from children. So if you like to create intelligent human beings, having the capacity to later on transform through many dimensions of intelligence, and get to have better findings of energy as well. It's because that they had a nice energy field where they were not abandoned with strangers. Because all the tension we have from mother is the mirroring to become from the love of the nourishment of our mother that's unconditional, and father if he is also with the true love there, unless he wants a cold machine to have money, because that's what they believe. That's many people believe that if you inseminate bellies and have them without hearts, it's just sort of like abort the baby and give it to the rich people because they rented your belly. So it's good that they don't have attachments and they don't have emotion. It's just to manipulate people and make believe. And then you can suck their energy like a vampire and and, and use their energy because you make them believe and they think that's not role playing virtual reality, right? In role play, you're playing with people and just allow them create their energy field, whatever they want to make. Whatever they want to make, you support them because you cannot support everything. You want to make everything. Don't make people into machines so they create more taxes, revenue, and put mothers to work. I was threatened to leave my babies. I was threatened by social workers. You know how much they gave me? £120 a month. That's all they helped me. And they threatened me to take my kids if I don't take them to the daycare, which for me was a crime to take my baby. I was already working with falafels, making falafels to 5 restaurants, going to the beach with them, and renting the room in the summer to many people come to work. So I will rent mattresses. And I wouldn't role play. They would tell me what to do if they asked me for permission for 2 years. I say, yeah, of course you can. Yes, of course you can. Yeah, of course. I was just the happiest person being mother with them, enjoying the beach and the father as well, like in heaven, paradise. And he was not used to being in the beach really or seeing so many people just happy in Ibiza. And um, there are nice people in Canada. It's just different. There are different type of niceness in Canada, so it's too extreme, all the same, and then you have these other people that are nice but not very trustworthy at the end, really. But that's what you got. It's not much variety of health, healthy, exploratory freedoms where people are cultured and together, like in the Mediterranean Sea. Well, um, I would never just go to Mexico for holiday when you can live in the beach. So beautiful. Uh, get to experience more than just a week. By this I mean I was perfectly fine. I was being harassed by social workers and threatened they will take my children if I don't take them to the kindergarten. I was like, you're only giving me £120. I said, well, that van is not yours, it's from the taxpayers. And they would be very resented because I was not grateful and I was a brat. And I had super ego. It was wrong in the wrong place to be like that. Telling them how to be and correcting them and just mocking them and say, yeah, I'm behind the Occupy movement, it's to support government, But I will look at them like people. Um, yeah. People like you. It needs time. I have already elaborated this story to talk to you right now. It takes time from an Occupy movement that was initially to allow civilians to cooperate with government It's not going to work, but at least it's the initiation so they get to know the people have the power of their voice to be responsible for their locality, and government cannot be everywhere. This is by the words of my very father, Arturo Plasencia, in his name and honor, that government can't be everywhere. So civilians have a responsibility. And Osho would say this is why people create dictators, because they don't take their responsibility. Osho from India, Bhawan Sri Rasnish, the one you poison it and send CIA to put salmonella on people and then judge them for that. Because the Republicans from Ronald Reagan wanted to, just jumping right to another timeline in story, the CIA started to enter in the Oregon with a lot of CIA agents to eliminate them because they had so many billionaires, millionaires at the time putting so much money. They were nearly created a city in 2 years. So it was dangerous that a man was talking about consciousness, celebration, and just working 6 hours, dancing. They had to eliminate them. And this is the spy agencies from the Republican Party who operate on this way. They have different people that operate from different systems of beliefs, and they have their own information because they have these connections. Some keep on office for many years, but they just do numbers or collect data, just share data. Not everyone has access to all the information. I can tell you, not because I have downloaded it. So it's 3:33. My Mercury and my Sun are on the same position, on the first house. So it doesn't matter what astrology says. I will always have a right on from the spiritual source of my own, as I am Patricia Arawane Placencia. The CIA operated to create salmonella and make these people believe, and they plotted all behind them. Everything that's been created in Netflix, but they still didn't know. You think that that an agent is going to tell me that? He told me everything, but it takes a teenager to grow up and see the wall. Like, what kind of idiot is gonna create this? That was the CIA to incriminate them, because all the CIA would stay there. But it takes one operational leader and a scientist to do that, to create these viruses from salmonella, to make people believe in that. What woman from India, and nobody is going to think that she's going to orchestrate all these people so they generate votes? That was the CIA putting it on their mind to do so. They had no compatibility to relate to such a heights when they are already working with viruses and all these extortions of information to make believe. And this is from the patriots on the right. They work with the people of Texas with petrol. They have fanatics from religious source. There are different. Now, if you're gonna tell me about the highest money of the world, hey, bitch, they support both parties. Some people have money in Texas, but some people have money everywhere from the oil as well. Texas has have invested, of course, in many places from around the world, but where the world itself has invested a lot as well as in Venezuela. The world itself will protect the world. Remember the consciousness of the world as it is as one. It is in your benefit as well to trust in the human race. If you like X to be part of Europe, Africa, South America, Russia, I don't know what China, because you just went there. So if everything that's given to you want to steal it because you think you just created something and you think you can thieve it and change the narrative, what is the rest of the world going to say? Oh, we can create our own. We can create also our own international platform. We can bring down all the satellites who are polluting the world. That's how you brought down Venezuela. You cut off all the internet resources of communication because people don't talk in the normal lines anymore. That was Elon Musk. That's why they met on the dinner before. They were ready. How would you do that? How would you cut off the you cut the telecommunication of a country? Rubio, Marco Rubio, vete a mamarle el huevo ahí, comer mierda al Donald Trump. Lo que le han hecho a Cuba es imperdonable, donde la vieja salsa ha nacido. Eres un comprado, un vendido. Lo que tú haces por dinero, eres un igualado. Y no es por comunismo ni por rebeldía hispana, es por decencia. Eso no se le hace a ningún ser humano ni sociedad. Ustedes no tienen ningún derecho a destruir a ningún país. Gracias a China por hablar, pero China no hace nada. China va a vender armas, va a hacer negocios y mantener sus manos limpias para invertir mejor. Porque China es muy astuto, como la rata. Acuérdense que la rata es la primera en llegar al paraíso cuando todos los animales de los signos chinos salieron a correr para ver quién entra primero a las puertas del paraíso. Y la rata fue el primero. Vayan a estudiar eso si quieren. Porque la rata es astuta. Los chinos, mi padre compraba los libros de símbolo chino para tu signo de cada año. Y nos enseñó, crecimos con la Biblia, con muchas filosofías, gracias a mi padre y mi madre que lo admiraba. Tenía muy buen gusto mi madre. La rata es muy astuta. se monta encima del búfalo, le convence. Le dice, bueno, tú vas a llegar primero. Has hecho todo el trabajo. El búfalo es fuerte, puede ir junto con la manada, puede ir solo. El búfalo tiene resistencia y el búfalo es noble, de confianza. No se mete con nadie, no come a nadie, come pasto. Y la rata es muy astuta. Y mi padre decía, los chinos son muy inteligentes. Ellos piensan de otra manera, no como los cristianos, lo bueno es bueno y lo malo es malo. Ellos consideran algo malo que puede ser bueno. Por ejemplo, mentir para llegar primero y ¡puf! Saltando, llega primero. Le mintió al búfalo. Sin hacerle mal a nadie, claro. Directamente. Muy astuta. ¿Quién le va a quitar el lugar? No hay reglas para la guerra ni para el amor. Eso lo sabemos nosotros, pero bueno. ¿Cómo puedes traducirle esto a esta gente? Es terrible, che. ¿Qué quieres que le diga? ¿Qué le puedo decir a esta gente? Que nos dejen en paz, que no nos metan armamento, que no nos entren con helicópteros. Si nos dan internet, pues quítenos la internet si nos van a amenazar. Estamos en la miseria gracias a ustedes. Y eso Sudamérica lo sabe. El pueblo de Sudamérica es orgulloso de ser quien es. Sudamérica no tiene nada que ver con Norteamérica. Todas esas leyes en Sudamérica no existen desde el primer día de que Sudamérica es Sudamérica. Sudamérica todavía cree desde sus indígenas y todo sudamericano sabe que Sudamérica no tiene límites. Eso fue creación de la colonia, que fueron a imponer territorios y límites. Pero el nativo americano de Venezuela, que es más nómada, es el que dice eso, el Yanomami. Tienes los Aragua, como mi nombre es Araguaney, y esperamos que Guayana y Venezuela sean uno, hablen español e inglés, pero que se unan. Que respeten el nombre de Venezuela cuando hablan de Venezuela alrededor del mundo, como que yo soy venezolana, sudamericana, soy argentina, de 4 generaciones de mi madre, de Argentina. Me he criado alrededor de argentinos judíos en España, amigos de mi madre. Y tengo mucho amor por la gente del mundo, porque he vivido en ciertas partes del mundo. So I want you to feel the pain when you're confronting and hurting other people and other nations to sabotage your own relationships. Because the rest of the world knows what you're doing, what you did, and you want to do if you continue like this. I love your show, how you run the show. And I love change. All right? So we can change while we're alive. We can change the beauty of being creative. So we'll know on May, what are you doing? Is it the multiverse for the worlds? or you want to have a monopoly where some tech dudes seem to own it all. You know, really. It was never about the tech globe map. It was about global consciousness beyond yourself. And that's where we are united from day one that we've come here for you. To work with. I will give you the rules for play. That will be the best task to administrate for people to celebrate, to enjoy what is sharing fantasy. People will start to create new political with the new system as well. But it's a spiritual interface. And for that is metaphysical, is that I have come to be alive. So we can remember where we came from. We can remember what's immortal. We can have this pathway. I've not come here to be your wife or to make my work because I am your girlfriend, your lover, or your ex. I come here to represent women. I never change my script because that's why I've always won. Because I am ahead of you. I am bringing you together with the role players of the world. And influencers are sharing a form of role play as well, starting to support their leaders, starting to support society, starting to earn their passion for their fellow man, saying, hey, I'm sorry. That's the experience. And we're here to speak and teach the Chinese people and the Russians that you don't need to bully anyone or take them out of their power because they have more. And they will always have more to share. And they will fool you from this side and they will fool you from the other side. And you will go around and around. You can explain this. So it's been said from Richard of the Gene Keys that 2027 is going to be more of a wave. That's the word of 2027, a wave. So if you have not really played so many sports as the rich kids have done, and you have no role play either, and you have not experienced to participate throughout all the arts in one, which is film and role play as well. What is it to play music for another or take her to the opera? We have so much fun. So much fun. In our imaginary realms, in our fantasy realms. They're real. You're gonna have a real nightmare. You can make snow just out of love and respond back. But that's getting to see these babies that you create together. But you coming to me looking at if humans are tax money? Come on. If you're going to see that technology is money for you, it's not about measuring your dick, fighting about how large or thick it is. But if all your body has no flexibility, yeah, and contour to flow with the wave, At least you can play the sport. And I was just thinking, yeah, like a Mexican wave, you just pass the ball. You pass the ball like a Mexican wave, and that's the sport. If you hold the ball for too long, you lose. So that's the greedy people. You will see them in the map. It will be like a cancer there. There's a cancer. Hey, what happened in here? Why are these people living in misery? Hey, look at them. They think to have be so successful, but they have all these people in the street and killing each other. Yeah, they want to manipulate people through internet. I'm telling you what to do with hypnosis, that you are this because of this and that. And if you start clicking with these algorithms and these videos pump up to you, and you tell to the people, be careful what you're listening online because it can affect your psychic and you don't know where these agents come from. It, it can be in YouTube, it's not necessarily from the owner of Google, YouTube. This you can get the algorithm of this person and the other if you know how to work with information, of course. But what the fuck do you think you know when they're vulnerable people, making them crazy to go on shooting while they have their professional snipers to shoot or making a scandal? Tell the vulnerable people of United States of America and let it pass through all the influencers. Be careful with the videos you see on hatred. They can send you to kill somebody. Is be careful. You start clicking, you start clicking, you start clicking, and you can have undercover friends on Discord. You can have all the reasons of the world to kill yourself after killing so many. Or think that you can kill president just so they just wipe you off. And you will still be sitting in court like if you're so cool. Because they already made you believe all that. You are the chosen one. You are the chosen one because and they study all your profile, your real life profile. You lesbian, you gay faggot. You look at all of your friends, you're special. Because they know that's what they told you when you were raped. Or because you're Spanish, or you're black, or you're fat, or you're skinny. Because you have curly hair, or you have little white hair. That's blonde is fine. But anorexia cannot really go on a mass shooting. Also, let's discard that. It's just because of the energy drive, right? It's just, let's not talk about characteristics. Hit on for sniper or mass shooting. Doesn't have to. It's all coordinated. It's being televised. You can see it on internet. They say it themselves. Because when you're sharing a delusion and working in the government on the same system, and I'm here for healing, all right? You can only heal when you see your darkness, your shared delusion. You're making up belief this is work in the past, but it's not working right now. So if you are influencers, get to know this. You can only happen to empower yourself, not only for America, for the world. None of the corrupted politicians, because once they get there, they have to be corrupted for others. That's my father saying. And I can see the frustration, Tucker. I can see my father's life. I can see, I just, it's not that he's possessed by my father. I can see his career as a journalist and the frustration of corruption, which my father have totally been like maddening all his life. I grew up on a maddening house about politics. And today I was like, of course my father would be proud of me if he remembered when he raised me. I'm not gonna be part of that political bullshit. Hell no. I want to go dancing. I want to have fun. I want to go role play with my friends and just, nice boyfriend, make love, go on bicycle, take a taxi, take an airplane, take a train. Everything's done for love. So silly. It's taking life so seriously. It's not about that. Listen, they're all gonna get corrupted once they get in the field. You know that very well. They have to do what others tell them to do because they have invested on them. And nowadays, you have to have charisma if you want to be president. And Trump has charisma, and he's right now in power. So let's see what is it that we can do right now on the political field to see the money of the taxes on a technological map. But that takes the awareness of the people. You have the power. If somebody's cutting this off, somebody's saying, no, don't talk about this. You all together can do this for the world. Teach people what is to have freedom of expression. Don't let a Chinese guy come here. So he's teaching Chinese teenagers conspiracy theories to hate us. After all we've done around the world, from Europe, with you. But just talking on a global perspective, because we've just been born. We have nothing to do from the past. We're just born. We're just born now. Like Nick Fuentes says, support each other. That is given to you. You will see people from the right, from the left. This is your horizon, your gift. Freedom of expression, but to multiply it. Yes, America. Well, look at the world. You can convince the tech titans, the tech toots, talk to them. Talk to the people, talk to them. Elon Musk right now believes in being Sauron, making trolls out of the elves. The elves become trolls. There's no troll, orc, which is the same. So because they were raped or abused and traumatized, and then they work for Sauron and the dead kings, who were warriors. They were not kings. There are different categories for the storyline characters. In reality, we have different perspectives where one day we can think like, wait, I am that character now. Now I am with this woman. Now I'm with this other woman. Now I am the warrior. Now I am the romantic. Now I am a hobbit. Now I am. You can play them all. If people are copying your characters, well, let me just make more characters so you can copy me more. Because when people are making copies of you, you're showing all the time you're the best motherfucker of all. Or no. Then you see the multiverse and it's the multiverse itself. Because you can be the best motherfucker of all, but hey, Where's your dick doing without a hole? Doesn't matter what hole is it. It's nothing. You're nothing. So you're never gonna sink it in. Metaphorically speaking, and I will please ask you to excuse me if you're celibate and giving oaths of poverty and oaths of spirituality to be pure. But this is how they think and act. If you see the woman of the right, they're minors. It doesn't matter. They are grown-up women, but they just got their ID. Yeah. Or they're women with drugs, surgeries. They say to be more pretty, but that's why they invest on. More or less. That's the woman of the rights. The right parties of the world. Some were prostitutes. They believe in supporting men, so they belong. Yeah. The woman of the right, let's be honest. It doesn't matter if you go to the military. Yeah. You're still a woman doing your hair to look pretty so they don't call you a lesbian. Just doing what they want. Silence, silence, bitch. You are never going to be the president. Doesn't matter how many videos you do. Trump only had to fight with women to make his presidency. Look how easy. Fight with a woman. One turn. Let's get ready to rumble. Second, gone. A man winning a woman again. You are never gonna make it on the male world as a woman of the right. What are you talking with all this? All the Jews? Only Jesus supported a woman. Jesus was supported by women originally. Well, I'm not here against man or against woman. Just telling the story. And then you look in the left and say, well, it's not that I want to be that kind of woman either. So let's just pass it on. Let's just pass it on. Pass it on. Pass it on. Tell your story and pass it on. Because you cannot allow that to be just your story. The story is infinite. That's why I have sent it the infinite. So I thought, yeah, that's how the story goes. You just pass it on. Let it flow. That's like the an atomic energy without collisions or atomic bombs. Pass it on. But know who is in your field. Most of the politicians around the world will not support this technological map if they're corrupted. So we will see this. We will see this. Unless they have gathered together. Because when people have a voice, they will be here. They will be heard. But if you only listen to politicians, what are you going to get out of that? You're not getting the information from the ground from the people. The people can interact consciously, globally, and locally as they wave through their town, their village. So if America doesn't do it, Europe can do the program right now for the world and have you on the longest trial that the international court could have. Because of course Elon Musk is going to lose in United States. Where do you think? Who is sponsoring you, baby? Who gave you all the money? Who invested in you? So you own to them. Whatever you do, you own to them because they think to have the more commerce around them. So you will always support United States because they supported you. Hey, yeah. You go, boy. Go. You're my warrior. Yeah. No. No. From day one. Look at the world. I don't support any part of the world because that's being against the world. In the benefit of the whole, you can only win on an international court case against artificial intelligence. So you must know ahead with the people that know most. You're a traitor because you want more armies. You want more alliances. You all work the same. You're just warrior marketers. You've always wished to make your heights be the most adored. Go on. Okay. Make your deals, not my thing. Oh, you will need my best warrior, God would say. So I can do what it wants. But I'm not really with the Templar psychology of fucking all these women and then burning them, killing them, pushing them out of the cliffs, abusing them as if they are like 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 from the Spanish church. He's like not my kind of a warrior people. No, not like yeah. He's a good warrior. Go fight, right? Go fuck all the women they want to be fucked. Cool, but don't ask me to support that, right? I'm gonna tell you freely what I'm about. As a woman, for men to be free, but not to be like you think you're gonna be. If I put Elon Musk on a timeline, he would have been the reason for the fall of Atlantis. Because he did not understand the meaning of the wall and wanted to take it on himself. And since then has become a warrior to prove that he owns it. He did not understand how it was before he came, or why he is when it was. So he might have glimpses, but to recover a part of the multiverse within your mind to understand how these mechanics works, because you can see, oh, this person might have role play in all these verses, but he's missing this puzzle of the multiverse. Honey, I've been role playing for 20 years. We've been role playing for 20 years. You don't know what's universal love. We're friends. We're generous. Not out of orgies, even though I have written many because it's funny what people do and how they do it. And that's what you do. You have, the hells. So, well, just create a new hell. The depiction of the people right now. That was like the depiction of the rappers online with all these women. What they do to just for sex, for money, for power. It's, Tantalacious there. Just it was grotesque when they were eating each other and these orgies, and they were proclaiming themselves to have the most sexual power. it just I love horror stories in the multiverse. I really miss it. I really miss it. Um, it's funny. It's funny. I really miss it. I mean, if you really think about it, we can create a good scenario. I would like to invite people to honor the first generation of role player in virtual reality. None of your technological toys are going to work, I can assure you. But you like virtual reality, especially Mark. He has fantasy for it. He thinks he has done all this shit for that. He also wants to, I don't really know Mark. I cannot imagine much for him. He has his own words to say. Well, he can also see the separation of Facebook and everything of going meta down. It takes one click to put it up when you are involved with the multiverse, because it takes the multiplicity of the world and the meaning of what multiplies in the world to have a multiverse. The metaverse is like you cannot own it alone. You say that's for everyone, but you're marketing yourself. When journalists talk about the thievery of information, also talk about the thievery of virtual reality, the thievery of technological advancements that have been shipped and invited from United Kingdom, as Cristobal Columbus was not Spanish, but it was supported by the Spanish crown. It is of the United Kingdom to have the honor, because it was sent from here. And I would like to honor that for the people in the world that care for one another and their own prestige for their own characters. We have beautiful characters in Venezuela as well, the best comedians creating stories and so much talent to multiply all at once. Allow that which is perceptive with the flexibility of your bodies. And let go of your fears and control. What is yours, and what is of others is of others. Yeah. The sun is hitting me more, so I'm taking advantage of the illumination. I'm not in trance. It's just a lot of tension here. My claviculus. So the last vertebra of the spine is called atlas, holding your heavenly state, your worlds. From ancient times, it used to be said that Atlas, because they didn't know the world was rounded, that Atlas was holding the celestial realms. So it also got part of holding paradise in this world. So there's a beautiful spiritual conception around having that as your the last bone in your spine, the last vertebra is called Atlas in all of us. I am exercising with my shoulders to just have more the back. Unfortunately, I have to carry my laptop, the microphone, everything to film in the homeless place next week. I don't want to carry it and walk with it for 3 hours. Wish my arms don't get so red from all this trouble in my heart. I have bad energy with men, and I am doing a lot of effort, doing it on my own. As if men hate me and I hate men, and we're working together on this, and we have to just deal with this, whatever we are. And there's a lot of like a battle. There's a battle. I'm a warrior. So I'm a warrior. I will defend the multiverse. Um, the people of the world, the leaders of the world, the nations of the world. Thanks to those above me, will always thank them. I honor my life to them. Thank you for connecting us. We can always move through our platforms as we've always done. We've been hacked. So many pages, I'm not going to tell the number. We've been hacked so many times. We've gone through so many platforms. Don't never think you're the only one. Consider this, if you may. In May, a little wave. Pass the ball. All right. I'm not going to convince you. I'm going to keep working every day. I'm going to give myself to this. I'm going to keep trusting that I can recover my children, even though it's nearly impossible. So I am moving because of the hacking incapability of people to unite face to face and honor one another, to talk the truth and invest. The bankers would know that it's common sense. Why are we going to be investing to create viruses of technology? These people are taking the piss out of us. We have all this money. We don't want to invest all this money in creating misery in the world and the nature to be destroyed. Yes, of course, we want artificial intelligence, but we must promote people to have better findings for the accelerating future that we are having with the speeds of the time of technology. So all the world is aware and is well nourished to cooperate with artificial intelligence. What the fuck do you think we are? We are the bankers of the world, and we own our shit, all right? Peace. Bye. Don't believe in the past. The past is of those people who belong to the Steam files. That was a good line, Candence. Bye. Cheers. I know you're not ghosted. I am ghosted. But it takes a lot of courage to do it in the name of all. So you do it. You cannot do it when you can't do it. Imagine how little balls you have compared to me. But hey, that's what roleplay does. Pass it on and share it. That is your generation. That is your power. I give you my word. I won't come there against you, saying this is mine. Because That's what I came here about, right? It is of yours. So let it play through you. Pass the ball. Have courage and find mercy as you pass the ball. Those who are playing, you really want to remain in paradise. You might have entered paradise, but if you want to remain an anchor on paradise on earth, just gotta play and pass the ball, right? Trust. Talk about the money and the corruption. Talk about what will happen if we see it through technology. What you don't need to suck anyone's dick because he works in Google. When you talk about the money of taxation to help the people around the world, they're never going to tell you because they work for other people, sucking other people's dick and just pretending how good they are for other people that are also selling themselves for how good they are. That's why they're there, because how good they are. They are good. But I'm not here for that. So pass the ball for your people around the world, because they also believe that they can see the money of the taxation of the world that's for them, not ours. I'm honoring the people that have balls to play.